Hi everyone. Good morning. I hope you all have your coffee ready. Hello. We'll start 5 minutes to 6 since I'll be ending like a little bit before the time, like before 8 o'clock. So good morning everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Perfection Marathon Day. It's 3:40 in the morning for me. I'm not committed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is. It is very early. But I'm awake. I was up at 4:30 my time. I was up at 4:30 my time and it I like full on I didn't even like roll out of bed kind of situation. I full on like showered and got ready for the day kind of situation at that time. So I'll take it. But I'm still waking up. We got some Peet's coffee with some peppermint mocha creamer. And so I'm very cozy right now, which is really great for me to be I got to wake up enough to do some mining here cuz that's probably what we're going to be doing for most of today's little stint here. I won't do too much because I know that probably Soul and Hab will probably be doing quite a bit more. But yeah, should be good. No fishing? I mean, we might do a little bit of fishing. Maybe we'll catch all the spring stuff. We'll probably be doing a little bit of everything. I want to finish a couple of bundles in the community center. I want to feel like. Who knows? Are you going to set them up for failure? Yeah, I'm going to deplete all of the funds. No one will have access to any money. And I will destroy all of the crops. Exactly, yes. It is a big mug. It's a big L mug. So, should be a good time. Wait, I missed. Who caught first today? Ram caught first, technically. I saw Alexa redeemed not first but cool before the first one was even redeemed. So very nice. And Mel was also very close as well. No, you are so early. Yeah, we're doing like 15 minutes ahead slots. So that's how it be. Alrighty, I'm flipping over. Here we go, everybody. Here is the file. This is very much the file that we've already created. So I'm gonna click in now so that I have to keep track of everything. If you would like to keep track of things alongside of me, / would like to see like what I'm clicking on the checklist, you can do ! checklist. And then if you would like to see the whole schedule for the day, you could do ! schedule. There we go. We're hopping in. This is our character. Here. It's very cute. That character is badass. Yeah. It is, this character is a combination of like, everybody's, characters. So essentially what we did is we took everybody's like characters that they had sent in to us. And we put all of the different items on a little, what is it? Track? Not on a track, on a, what is it? A little spinny wheel? And we randomized it. So this is what we got. This is what we got. I had to squint so hard to find Bless the Run. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna have you in the background, but I need to watch this while I'm Minecraft. There you go. Your character is giving Cheryl TBH? Fair. Fair. We'll do like small aspects of like speedrunning stuff, but nothing crazy. We just gotta set up our pals for some good stuff. Oh, we're starting with cabins? Yes. Why would we not start with cabins? Why would we not start with cabins? It's not cheating. We got some holiday lo-fi going on in the background too. Slash my, like, winter-themed playlist that we got going on. All good stuff. I don't know if there's anything that I really need to do on this first day. I'm just gonna chop down trees until I run out of energy, which is apparently pretty fast. And then we'll just skip on to, Oh, you know what? Actually, hang on. Let me see if I can get some... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'll wait for the other spring crops until later. Good morning, everybody. Coming on in. Hello. Am I in the wrong time zone? You are all good. We should get our fishing rod today, so I might go do that as well. Just gonna water. This should be a grand old time. Oh, first geode. Woo! I haven't been up this early on a Saturday since the last time I had to be disappointed by Manchester United. Hey, is it this? You know what? This leads. There's like an hour between my time slot and the U.S. game as well too, because the U.S. is playing today at 9 a.m. right? Versus in the Netherlands, which I think will be a good game. So I will be watching on one monitor. And then on the other monitor, I will have Up to Perfection Marathon. 9 a.m. CST. Yes. Alrighty. I'm gonna make my way down to go and get, what is it called? My fishing rod? We'll do a little bit of foraging. I can't open up the community center yet, so we're kind of just chilling. Lee was just too excited? What was too excited? Who? What? Because I assumed that the time in Discord was accurate and not a lie? No. I was just supposed to start the stream earlier than my actual time slot time. So I started like 5 minutes earlier. Because I'll be like ending technically 5 minutes earlier. So that it overlaps all nice for us. What's up, Smilligs? She really said live. Oh, yeah. It only says 4 a.m. Oh, okay. Well, I forgot to include the part where was supposed to go live 5 minutes early. Oops, sorry. Sorry. We got like 2 hours to go, pals. So I think we'll be okay. We'll be here for a while. Lee is accidentally going to buy JoJo membership because she's busy watching soccer? No. I would not do that. I may mess up a lot of things, but I would not do that. Dude, I heard you were gonna buy JoJo. Is this true? No, we specifically made... How many mods you got installed? None. That would be cheating. And additionally, we specifically made rules that you could not go JoJo. What are your first goals to achieve today? Open the community center. Plant one of every spring crop. For like the spring bundle, and then do a little bit of mining. This is pure glitchless extract. Exactly. Exactly. No external tools at all. Just vibes. Although Blade is allowed to use his predictor. Does the wiki count as an external tool? No, you could use the wiki. That's fine. We had specifically just said no, like, mousy pounds or anything along those lines. Essentially like that. I'll do some more foraging tomorrow. Once I can actually open up the community center. Joke, yes. Damn. Damn! That would truly stink. Whoever is on after Blade should check the casino for monies? You could. I got a good humor day, too. You shouldn't use the wiki, you should know by now. I mean, fair. I mean, I have like a more or less relatively good understanding of everything that we need. But I also know, like, at least one of everybody's loved gifts. But I don't know if everybody else does. So probably not. We totally should have done a different farm. Riverland or something obnoxious. Oh, we could have. I just figured that it was probably best to do just the forest farm. Aren't y'all experts? Are there any noobs doing the marathon? Yes. There's people who have not reached perfection yet within this marathon. So don't worry. We'll be opening up the community center. Then, actually, maybe I'll go do a little bit of mining after. Give me my parsnips. We'll do a little bit. Who hasn't reached perfection? Kind of cringe. Yeah. We're lucky that that person has actually made it to Ginger Island this week. Hides in non-perfection? Shame. It's okay. I just said it was me. Oops. Who are we marrying? I don't know yet. I don't know who everybody else wants to marry. I considered, with my time slot, to essentially just be a giant marriage speedrun. But then I figured, I probably don't want to do that. We should probably just take it chill. Krobus? Potentially. Depends on who wants to do that. Do Dirty Lee and marry Benny? I could. We'll get there. And do, like, as many bundles as possible? Fair. Emily all the way? We could. I mean, technically. Could do a extra challenge. Each runner has to marry a new person. I would be down for that. But I don't think other people would. Like, there's lots of people that just don't like, simply just don't like friendship. Next marathon? Yes. Yeah, people, there's lots of people that just don't like building friendships within the game, like the actual friendship mechanic in and of itself. So, now who said they hated friendship? Uh, Alicia and Slothy don't like building it. I'll call them out. It's fine. LOL. They just don't like the grinding for friendship. But like that's my specialty, obviously. I don't mind it. You forgot Habu? I mean, that too. Hab too. Won't forget about Hab either. Won't forget about Hab either. We'll plant more crops tomorrow for spring. I'm just gonna try and make it down to like level 10. And that'll be probably good enough. And then I'll probably back away from mining. Oh shoot, I should also remember to check the traveling cart every day too. Not every day, but you know. Every Friday and Sunday. So I'll probably leave the mines here in just a little bit. Maybe we'll just do to level 5 here. There. Good enough. And TV, yes. So TV is Wednesday and Sunday, right?
How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimps are pretty rich.
Question, how are you going to pass the farm over to the next person? What am I looking at? It's a, it's a little alert. But how are you passing it on, right? So every farm that you create has a save file. Essentially what we are going to be doing is we are going to, after I finish with my time, I'm going to zip up my file, upload it onto Discord, and then the next person is going to download it and put it into their save files. And that's how it will work, essentially. Over and over again. I have it. I'll go get the flamingo hat in a second. Hang on. For those of you that are new here and don't know what that alert was, it is a channel point redemption in which I will be putting on a flamingo hat. So give me like T-minus like 2 seconds to go and check the traveling cart. I just don't want to miss it. Oh, geez. Let's turn that down a little bit. Ooh, maybe I'll build a coop. God, I had the TV. Shawty got low, YOLO, shawty got low, she hit the floor. Good morning. Alrighty. We are not getting an ancient fruit seed. Do I buy the ancient fruit seed? Hang on, hold up. That's how I thought it was going to be done. Wanted to check. Yeah. I'm sorry, you're going to stage a coup? Poor Mayor Lewis. Okay, hang on. I got to go sell some shit. First. I got to sprint. Shawty got la la la. snapped? Uh-oh. You only have 2 hours on me? I know! I gotta go just collect stuff. I don't know if we'll have time to do that. Wait, I'll have $100 from the parsnips. Okay, hang on. I'm running. Yes, we will still need to get the ancient seed. Yeah. Recipe. Okay, wait. Perfect. Done. We're gonna be broke as hell, but we're doing it. We will be broke as hell, but we'll get it. We're doing it. Screw it. Good morning, Drew. I'm Mr. Bones Wild Ride. I know for a fact I will not be playing Junimo Kart on my 2-hour time frame. That will simply not be happening. We got our ancient seed. Is it a random seed? It is a random seed. Jake! What in the world? Jake! What in the world? Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. She won't be playing it because she can't be. True. That is a fact. I will not. Because I simply will not be able to. Let's go fishing. No Junimo Kart? I was lied to. I myself will not be playing Junimo Kart. You could probably tune into pretty much anybody else's stream except for maybe mine and maybe Souls. Then they could be playing Junimo Kart. Plant your ancient fruit seed right away. Wait, will the plant survive throughout winter though? Would it survive throughout winter? It doesn't survive winter? No, but it will produce until fall ends. But that, oh. Okay. I'll also get whatever those are. No, but you will have more fruit. Okay, hang on. Watch me plant this and it immediately gets yeeted. By a crow or something. Oh shoot, I wanted to get those little things. You could add the speed grow before planting. Do I just reset the day? No, I won't do that. But not the grow, hopefully not. We got her to plant it. Gosh darn it. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You know, my turn. We gotta do at least a little bit of fishing. We did not get the wood skip on the second fish. This is everybody's anybody who does a fishing bundle speed runs like dream. How did we do that? I promise I woke up late. Hi, LeChat. Hello. It is a-okay. Okay, hang on. Let me put this down. I want to protect our ancient fruit seed. We need protection. Protection for the ancient fruit seed. Do we have good luck or do I need to go fishing? Because I'll go do that. Because we have no money. Okay, it's neutral. We'll go fishing. We'll go fishing. Oh, wait, no, I'll also open up the community center. We'll do that too. Take one of each. Give me this as well. I don't have enough for the other ones yet, so that should be okay. Should be good. Can you at least hide your hacks? I know, I'm sorry. Seeded. Yeah, definitely seeded. Definitely seeded. I'm the one who made the file. It's not seeded. That's where you put it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me for where I put the scarecrow. Just beat the game during your time and flex on everyone? I don't think so. I protected the seed. Yes, I did. I protected the seed. That's for sure. Okay, hang on. Let me not struggle so much here. And then I'll go. What do we catch in the rain in spring? Nothing, actually. Is this the unpacking soundtrack? This is Retro Music Review Donkey Kong Country Aquatic Ambiance. So it is not unpacking, but close. Catfish and shad? We'll try. Let's see if I can catch the catfish. With level 1 fishing. It's unpacking some memories. True. Unpacking adjacent. Absolutely. Alrighty. There's that. Hey, we got some money now, everybody. I should go and buy crops. So I'll do that as well. And then we'll fish. Crops first, and then we'll fish. Crab pot? Nope, I know where these are. Trust me. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, I gotta start on the trash can. The trash can hunt as well too. I hope by the end of this, I hope somebody finds the trash can hat. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. And I feel like they'll get those later. We'll do an extra couple of potatoes. And hopefully that'll work. Out here. Hopefully it'll work out here. Give Cheryl a glow up? Okay. We gotta befriend Emily then. Alrighty. Grab a daffodil. We gotta befriend Emily. Did we have a hive train yet? We did not. But that is a-okay. We don't need to. It's a little early for that.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Joe!
What are you doing in my swamp?
Alrighty, now it's fishing time.
Approximately 3 times a week I have sex with your mother. And she be throwing that thing with impressive velocity. No, you got a little brother, it's about to be one more. What you think she buying?
That's what the Capri Sun's for. I'm up in your house with my feet on the couch and my box of briefs.
I got to be the next in line to be your stirrup and fuck around and leave you like the rest. Fucking your mama.
God, I love that Hot Boys emote. Just a little hot dog.
Yo, mama.
Staring dancing like this. Kind of me. I can make myself look taller again. Also, I can take this off. Oh, that's enough. That's enough. Alrighty, let's do a little bit of fishing, shall we? Thank you to Lee. This event will not have... Oh, Lee chat. Now is not crying time. Now is not crying time. Stop! Oops! God dang it. Oh. Good.
Maru's mom has got it going on.
If you don't know, I do a lot of cosplay.
Maru's mom has got it going on.
I do a lot of cosplays out here. And have a lot of alerts because of
What
it.
are you doing in my swamp? What?
We caught a shad.
What are you doing in my swamp?
So nicely, Chet said it twice. Oh, goodness, y'all. You don't have to do this. I'm just happy that everybody's getting together to do this.
You're using it sideways? What do you mean I'm using it sideways? Shut the fuck up. I'm almost done, okay? Just let me live. Let me live in peace.
Okay, I'm not catching that fish. OMG, the can opener. Listen!
Flip it. What do you mean flip it? Upright? Like this?
Good morning, Toya. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank y'all all so much for the bits and everything. I truly, it's very kind of us. Yes, there is an emote. A BTTV emote because of it. A twint can. Because I, for whatever reason, can't figure out how to use a can opener properly. Rick! Goodness gracious. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, y'all. Y'all. Yes, it did freeze. It always freezes, Rev. Don't worry. It's because I have the alert set to a certain time and it ends before then. Grinding time is soon. Who updated that command? Who updated that? Goodness gracious. I keep missing these fish. Oh, I'm not tall enough to do that. Ugh. How can you expect you to have a can opener be one of them? Yeah, you know, I'm good at a lot of things, but using a can opener, not so much.
And she be throwing that thing with impressive velocity. Now you got a little brother, it's about to be one more. What you think she buying double the Capri Suns for? I'm up in your house with my feet on your couch.
No. Alrighty, I'm just gonna go down to the beach and check for crab pot stuff. And then I'm gonna go. Oh shoot, I was supposed to give the flower to Emily. I think there's another one. 3 times a week, she been kind to me. I've been fucking your mama. Good morning. Not another
You're
one.
using it sideways? What do you mean I'm using it sideways?
What do you mean I'm using it sideways? First artifact.
Shut the fuck up. I'm almost done, okay? Just let me live. Let me live in peace.
Just let me live in peace.
Flip it. What do you mean flip it? Upright? Like this?
Hey, Lewis. We'll go to the. Oh, we're definitely crushing Abigail at the egg hunt. That's my goal, is to make it to the 13th, so that I can crush Abigail. First hat. Was that? Oh, wait. Did I completely forget about it? Shit. Oh no, the hat on for... Never mind, I thought it was like a reward in the
Maru's
museum. I got
mom
it.
has got it going on. Maru's mom has got it going on. Maru's mom has got it going on.
Maru's mom has got it going on. That can opener is supposed to be used horizontal. Is it?
What are you doing
Sorry.
in my swamp? What
Are you doing in my swamp? What? Steam Deck is worth? Steam Deck is so sick. Wait, are y'all talking about the Steam Deck? Steam is giving away Steam Deck every minute at the Game Awards? Damn. Pop off to them. That's kind of cool. Alrighty, we're 5 trash cans in. 5 trash cans in. I need to go and gift Emily here. Because y'all said we should change our what's it called? Change our fit. And we need to get stuff from Emily for that. Nice to meet ya. I'll work on this quest, at least. I almost went over there to go and try and play Junimo Kart. But then I remembered that I can't do that yet. What is this? I don't want to click on that link, Devin. Oh, is that the Steam link? Okay. We're good. Oh, shoot. I was supposed to go back to the community center. Get to level 120 to beat Junimo Kart. Yeah. As the one person who has not beaten Junimo Kart in probably this whole thing, I have not. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'll let Saul and Hab get to the bottom of the mines.
Maru's mom has got it going on.
She does.
Maru's mom has got it going on. Maru's mom has got it going on.
Maru's mom has got it going on. We're like halfway through our coffee. I'll take it. It's a good time. So does Abigail's mom. I mean, you're not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. I almost put trash in here. Oh my, Mel! Thank you for gifting a sub. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. I don't need this. We can sell that. I guess we really don't need the green algae. We're gonna need to be selling that eventually too. I'm just gonna spend time and chop down trees. We'll need it eventually. Right? Maru's mom has got it going on. Maru's mom has got it going on. I would just like to say, while I have everybody here, thank you for showing up and showing support of this crazy little brainchild that we all kind of threw together and put together. Myself and Jess and Leechet have been like working behind the scenes to make this happen. Oh, not me losing all of my energy and literally exhausting myself trying to chop down a tree. I was a little nervous about starting it off here, but I just want to say thank you. Walk of shame. Yep, don't mind me. And thank you for that hype train, y'all. I appreciate it. Check your Discord. Oh, jeez. I don't know what screen it's on, Rev. Let me look over here. Oh, Rev. So the issue is, Rev, so you can make a copy of that document with the checklist. It's not the actual document. Had to clarify that as well. So like I have like the real copy of it that I can edit and y'all can all view it. But what's it called? You are not allowed to edit it. The only people that are allowed to edit it are people who are in the marathon. But if you would like to keep up with it and keep track of it, then you can like see it. You can make a copy. Yeah. Queen of Sauce, here we go. Stir fry. I didn't forget. It's a good humor day. Maybe we go to the mines a little bit. Now we can mine. I'll take this and I'll take this. I'll take our parsnips. On our way back, we'll gift Emily another daffodil. Don't worry, we tested it last night. Do you want me to coach you on how to mine? Yeah, Joe, in the middle of this marathon, please coach me on how to do this. At 7, not even 7 a.m. It is 6:30 where I am, and 4:30 where Joe is. I appreciate your support. Has officially asked her Alexa to start playing music. Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Is that a challenge? No. Have you heard of WASD? God damn it. I think I'll just be the resource collector for right now. Is there any other things here? Thank y'all all for the follows too. I truly appreciate that. Do you want me to coach you on how to pick up a leak?
What are you doing in my swamp? What are you doing in my swamp?
There's a freebie up here. Oh, look at that. 2 of them. Let's see. Can we get a crab? No, but we got a little cherry bomb. Nice. She's mining. We're trying. We are trying to mine. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. I'll probably stop at 20 regardless. But I at least want to like get like the little bomb recipe. I don't want to be that mean.
Armadillos keep digging
Yeah, they do.
little holes in my backyard.
All these players over a 24-hour period is it's actually over a 42-hour period. Even longer. You'll have content for days. Going straight through. I'll need this. Over here. Morning! Hi, Freezy! Welcome on in. Oh, wait, we're talking about pancakes? I will obviously not be making pancakes for myself. I'll probably... I don't know what I'll eat. Oh, man! Grody! Who would do this to me? That's just mean! Is this the first time that we die in the mines? Lee accomplishes her goal of dying in the mines once during this run. Hey, at least I have access to the Adventurers Guild now. Who's calling me? I swear to God, is this Joe? Joe, I swear to God. Hi, Joe. Good morning. Oh, hang on, wait. They can't hear you yet. Give me a second. Okay. Hang. No. No. Now you should be.
Okay, so now I'm on the air.
Now you're on the air. There you go.
Wow. Well, you have a Go XLR. I wanted one of those.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Okay, so I was instructed to teach you how to mine. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, reset the file. You already got a bad day.
No, I can't reset the file.
You have to. This is a terrible speed run.
No.
This is not optimal. Are you trying to do 50 or 120?
Neither.
Oh, what is your goal then? What are you doing here?
Just to make it to floor 20.
That's it. I have to bring in the big guns.
Oh no. Oh no. Who'd you add to this?
I had to add in the big guns. Hello, Lee Chat.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lee Chat.
Can you
So what
tell
are we?
that? She's trolling us.
You're supposed to restart the run when you get a bad floor, Lee.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Too bad.
You're gonna want to kill that slime, by the way. Yeah, the one you're hitting. There you go. Can you?
I got it.
You
got-
gotta
Did
get
you-
the club.
Did
from
you
that
get a
though.
weapon? Did you get a?
No, I did not get a
Well,
Where's
weapon.
your
she-
club, Lee?
That's
I'm
she's not
kidding.
resetting. Like that's like rule number 1. If you don't get a weapon, you gotta reset.
Oh, darn it.
We'll
Well,
have
you
to
gotta
work
go
on
for the
this.
one on the top left.
I
is
did
lonely.
remix.
The top
Okay,
left.
I got the top left now. Here we go.
No,
Here we
you
go.
gotta go to. Oh, there's.
I'm
three
going.
more.
I'm
Hold
going.
on.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm
Okay.
going. Don't worry.
Can you delete the sap? You're not gonna eat it.
You don't
Are
need
you?
that sword either.
Yeah, I'll just delete the set.
the
I'll
sword.
You can use the
delete
pick,
the
actually.
sword.
Yeah.
If I delete the sword, it just sets everybody up for
You actually
not a
deleted
good
the
time.
sap. You could use that to make stuff. What are you doing?
God damn it, Joe.
You're doing great, Lee.
We're trying our hardest.
You're doing. Why
Step
did you
one,
bring your parsnips into the mine?
Don't die. Because I'm trying not to die.
Oh.
I'm already at 35 health.
Okay. Wait. Really? Can you mouse
Okay,
over it?
so
Yeah, hang
when you
on.
kill those slimes. Don't try to kill them into the wall. Give them room to spawn a ladder.
Yeah. There you go.
know,
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect. I think. Wait, don't-
We'll find out soon.
Hold on.
Okay, wait, no, hang on, hold up.
You want to try and push him up? if
Not
you
die.
can.
I'm at 17
It's okay.
health now.
You just eat the algae. It's green. It matches the color of the room. No, not the leak.
We've got plenty of leaks. It's okay.
What are you gonna do with two
Weapon.
leaves?
Damn it! I thought
Did you kill-
we
okay, there you
remixed
go.
these mines, did we not?
What'd you get?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes
dude, nice. A boot for the other foot. That's good. It's gonna match your race car boot.
I think so. I think so. I thought we had remixed
Oh.
these mines.
If you do shift click, you can equip it without dragging. I learned that
Yeah.
early on.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Okay, you're gonna want to ignore the slime there. Okay, you're choosing violence. That's fine too.
Yeah, no, I just went for it.
Okay, then you're gonna want to break these rocks. You're doing great.
Is there like a specific rock you think I should hit?
Yeah, top left.
Top left? I don't know how I
Yeah,
get to
with
top
the
left.
Earth
The big
crystal.
one? Oh,
No,
nice.
no.
Did I already
you
get it?
Oh no, you didn't get it.
okay.
Oh wait, no, you already got it. You're not the big one. You gotta go to the right.
Okay.
No, don't waste your energy on the doubles. Those aren't worth.
Okay.
Wait, no.
Well, they're-
Past
they're
Lee,
worth-
stop. Okay, you gotta go.
Oh, there we go.
back
I
and
found
break
it.
the
I
rock
found
with
it. I
the
found
ladder.
it. The
Where
rock
was
with the
it?
ladder. Oh, it was far all the way at the end.
Oh, my math was wrong. My bad.
That's okay.
Okay, you're gonna want to run it out on this floor. Did you grab the torch?
Yeah, she already had that down. She's got this.
I didn't get the
Did you get
torch,
the
but I'm
torch?
getting the other
Okay,
stuff.
you have your backup sap though to make a torch, right? It gets dark in the mines.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay because I'm only going to floor 20.
Oh, I thought you were trying to like finish this today. Okay, you're fine then.
No. God damn it. Not another infested floor.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
want to
You've gotten like literally the worst mining seed.
So here's what you do, okay?
See, this
These
is-
little guys.
This is why I need coaching for the mines.
Yeah, your luck is really bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll get it eventually. Don't worry, y'all.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I can't.
Just keep swinging. Usually helps if you like baby rage about it. That's what I do.
Does anyone ever break the shell before killing the crab? I saw
That's-
one
Can
person
you?
doing that one time. You can,
you
yeah.
can, yeah.
It's not a good use of your time, but
It depends, because sometimes it's faster. Sometimes they like to hide in there like little turtles.
yeah, when they're
Oh.
doing that, then it's good to go for it. But I
Yeah.
didn't know that for the longest time. And I was watching someone like, "What the heck are you doing? You're supposed to kill that with that." Oh, you can do that
And
too.
then
Cool.
They style.
Yeah.
Chad, do you guys have any questions about the mines while I'm here? I'm an expert, you see.
With bombs. Interesting.
You can do it with bombs too, yeah.
Yeah, that's what people in chat are saying.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Did these guys remind you of Diglett the Pokemon?
Yeah. Diglett dig, Diglett dig. Where are the
Trio.
Where are they?
Wait, where's your algae? Oh, you already ate it.
I
Good
already,
job.
I already ate it. Don't worry.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, get him. There we go.
Why is it that when I'm on your stream, chat still copiums me? I'm here to get away from that.
Oh yeah, they told Lee that she should throw out her parsnips.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I must
That's
have missed
good.
that one.
Did you kill the little guy in the sand?
I almost. We're getting there. There's another one.
Wait, Lee, your health is red. It's blinking red. Do you have Dink Donk? Hold on.
I have the little mining one now. Mr.
Let's-
Streamer,
Yeah, where's the... Oh,
your
you have the miner-
energy. The mine one.
Where's what's an annoying like ringing
There we
bell
go.
emote?
Got it. I'm on it.
Thank you. Your health is warning. It's critical levels.
Can we get to some donk miners up in chat, please?
Also, whoever asked a long time ago, no, I didn't sleep yet.
I didn't ask, but I also didn't. I
damn
also
it.
knew to not ask because I already knew the answer.
I
There's
think
two
someone in
of
chat
more.
Yeah, you gotta find all
Look
of
these
them.
dudes.
There's- Yeah, there you go.
This is like the worst
making
monster
friends.
floor.
Ah!
So remember when I said it's optimal to reset? You should probably have done that.
Okay, well, it's too late. I wanted to at least get to 15. We were at 13.
Okay, I believe if you do this correctly, you can get to 25. Maybe even 120 if you play it right.
Okay. Here, get rid of that. We still not done yet?
There's
Gosh,
probably one more
darn
like
it.
bottom right or something.
He's still here. There we go. Finally.
He's just chilling there.
Alrighty, let's get to 15. At least.
There we go. We did it.
Yay!
And by we, I mean Lee.
Okay, it's probably in the top right.
It's in the top right for you. It's usually in the top left for me. It's
That's
weird.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Sometimes
know.
it's top right.
Yeah, and
Sometimes
then
it's
just
bottom
follow
right.
this all the way down and you're fine.
Oh, there we go. There we go. 15. We're going home.
Hooray! Wait, no, you can go 20. Your energy's looking
Shit.
great. Wait, no, Lee, go back. We can do it. No, don't go in this.
I went the wrong way. Okay, hang on.
Let's do it. Let's go 20.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Energy's not a problem. The only thing we have to worry about is H energy.
Okay, if y'all see the ladder before. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I
Leave,
got a little bit
please.
of delay.
Restart, no timer.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just
not a
sorry,
timer. I was gonna
my
ask
bad.
about that. I'm really glad someone brought that up. Where is it? I think this is like invalid now.
Yeah.
Did you even show the seed?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I heard that this was a hacked run. Is that true?
I think so. It's actually a seeded run.
Is that how you got the wood skip super early?
Yep, that's how it works.
No way, actually.
Definitely.
You're just responding mindlessly, aren't you? Because you're trying to focus on the game.
Yeah. Absolutely, I am.
I knew it. You can keep those for bug snacks, actually. The meat.
I would have, but I wanted the rice.
You think a bug snack thing would taste good?
No.
Do I hear your cat or is that my imagination?
My kitty likes to be loud.
Okay.
That's,
She'll
yes.
meow. Here, ready? All I do is pet her chest and she meows. Are we bothering you too much? Look, Lee, you're killing it. I'm not helping at all, and you're doing fantastic.
Yeah. I have a question though. Are there rocks that like you're like you'll know that like oh it'll never spawn in these kinds of rocks?
Kinda. There's like positions where they're unlikely. They can spawn on most rocks. There's actually like a specific thing. I think Blade actually has a video on it. I never
There we go.
learned it yet, but
20.
there's a thing for it. Okay, what's your time? Did somebody time that?
Probably like 20 minutes. Just for
Wow.
20 floors.
Is that a PB? I think that's a PB.
Honestly, true.
I'm proud of you, Lee.
My mine's
job,
50
wow.
time is not great.
Yeah, is this not
69
remixed mines, by the
420.
way?
We did not remix the
We did
line.
not
feel like-
remix the mines.
Okay, that's fine.
I think we tried to keep it vanilla as possible. Then
Oh yeah, how did we decide the map? The starter map. You want to tell us about that? Whenever you're done drinking coffee.
how did we decide it?
Wait, did you just choose it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why did you choose this map?
Because it's the forest farm. We always speedrun on the forest farm.
Yeah, but that's why I want to get away from it. Anything else would have been nice.
Sorry.
Like default map, that's cool.
Default map? Okay.
Yeah, I like default map. Me and my son Billy 4 hang out there.
Got us a piece of rice.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't check the traveling cart. Shoot.
Oh no, don't reset. This is too
It'll be
optimal.
fine.
Wait, oh, you already passed out. That was fast.
I went to bed, yeah.
All right, we're going back to the mines.
Four Corner Farm is great for perfection? I don't know.
Is it really?
Maybe. Apparently.
I mean, it's nice aesthetically.
I mean, I've never done Forest Farm to perfection.
We're learning about fences.
I love fences.
Fences are great.
They are
Fences
great.
are like doors.
It gives your spouse purpose in this game.
Do they fix them? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Pro, by the way.
Until you get the clock and then it does it itself.
Not my
Oh.
watch telling me to stand
Okay,
up.
I'm gonna pop out. I have to go make breakfast for my husband because he's next.
Yeah,
Oh my- okay,
have
good luck.
fun.
Thanks for helping.
Good
All right, I'll
luck.
talk to you later. Okay, bye.
Bye, good luck.
Thanks.
I do know what I want to do.
Okay, Lee, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm
Yeah.
not sleeping anytime soon, so this is your call. You want me to hang out more?
Sure, you can hang out more. Totally cool.
Okay. Do you care if I bring in random special guests occasionally?
No, go ahead. You are welcome to bring in special
Oh, you
guests.
actually don't mind. Okay.
I don't mind at all. We've
I
got
thought you were gonna say no. I wasn't prepared.
another hour of this.
Another hour?
If everyone has a different character, does that mean the abilities reset for each other? No, everyone is using this character.
Correct.
We don't have different characters.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't add more people. Doesn't it create like a massive group thing? Okay, maybe not.
Maybe, but I think it'll be okay.
Oh yeah, what was the idea behind adding Moki? One of the greatest emotes of all time.
It's cute.
That's true.
That's it.
That's a good reason. Wait, what are we doing now?
Fishing.
Are we looking for trash, or are we trying to go for like what's that thing called? The
Ghost
rockfish?
fish. Ghost fish and the stonefish.
Oh, stonefish. Oh, my cat jumped down. She's gone. Oh. Okay, who plays Genshin here? Any Genshin friends? Because I just want to say nice. That's it.
We got one with Melissa. That's about it.
Oh, wait. Do you want to ask chat who the marriage candidate can be? Wouldn't that be sick?
Oh, that's true. We probably
Who would you
will,
guys
but I'll
vote
let.
for? Yeah. Any
Alrighty.
preferences?
If you wanted us to marry anybody within Stardew Valley, who would you want us to marry during this run? Penny, Alex. Alex is an immediate no. We've
Yeah, I
got
don't
too
think
many.
Anybody likes Alex.
We've got too many Alex haters.
Yeah.
We got
Oh, I
lots.
should have asked Lee Chat why she didn't like the friend thing. I forgot about that.
We got
Where
lots
is
of
she?
Crobuses. I'll let somebody else
Krobus?
handle that one then. That's
Is he-
that's a
is he
6-hour
pretty
run
long?
in and of it.
Yeah.
In and of it is. So I will not be doing that one.
What do you have to do for it? I gotta get out my notepad.
Like 40 artifacts to unlock the sewer.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I keep missing the fish. And
What's
then
the
pumpkins
gift of
afterwards.
choice?
You could give them pumpkins. Or you could just
Pumpkins?
no 60 artifacts? Shit.
I thought it was more than that.
You donated an artifact. That is true. I did donate an artifact. I'll get another.
Okay, nice. So we have 59 left.
And I got a
Anyway.
scroll already, so that's 2. So we're on
Oh,
our way.
nice.
We are on our way.
That's perfect.
God damn it! Why can't I catch these fish?
We need more luck. Don't you have a luck thing?
It's good luck today.
Look, there's bless luck.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Robussy? What are your thoughts on that?
Crobussy?
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
just the word itself. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. It doesn't
All right. I'm gonna
freak me
put
out.
you on the spot. Who's
Yeah.
your least favorite villager except for Alex?
Clint.
Okay, that's too easy. Besides Clint.
Do you want the whole list? Should we tier list all the villagers right here?
Well, no, you're in the speed run. You can't do that.
Oh, okay, fair.
Who's next though?
I meant like verbally, yeah.
Oh, out loud? Yeah, sure.
yeah.
That's fine.
Either Pierre or Lewis.
Pierre or Lewis?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. All right, who's your S tier? Who's your number one?
Okay. In my S tier category, Abigail,
Uh-huh.
Sebastian,
Okay.
also Krobus.
I'm noticing a theme here.
Yes,
They're all villagers.
that's true. I would also Lioness for me is either S tier or A tier, just depending.
Ooh, I'm a huge Lioness stan. He's my number one, actually. Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you?
No, did not see that coming at all.
He is my guy. He's my favorite.
Oh, how could I forget Leah too? Leah, I would say Leah's pretty high up there as well.
Leah is definitely up there. I think she was the second person I married in the game.
I also really like Robin too. So I don't know if I would put her S tier or A
True.
tier.
I think that they should let you marry Robin.
Agreed.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Joe Linus cosplay when?
I don't have long hair anymore, but I do look, a little disheveled sometimes.
There you go.
So maybe.
Linus is a wild man who can hold me anytime. You know what?
That's
Fair.
nice. That's good.
It is a gold ghostfish. Confirmed. I think we should marry Alex unironically. I know. Terp, we should
Terp?
not.
You're being a little too silly. Just kidding, unless.
2 gold ghostfish?
Oh my.
Damn.
I thought the odds of finding that were really low.
I don't know. My
Or is
husband
that-
just
am I
said
thinking of the lava eel thing?
probably the lava eel. I just need
Did
a
you ever catch that?
stonefish. No, I mean I have, yes, because I've hit perfection before.
You know what? Here's a really random question. What was
Yeah.
your favorite fish to catch?
I like a good. A regular eel is a good fish to catch. I like that one
Oh, okay.
because like you catch it at night.
pretty aesthetically
I also like the fish you can catch at the winter game. Stir.
salmon?
No, the like the blobfish and the other ones.
Oh, the winter like I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about like the ice fishing thing.
No.
Okay, yeah, blobfish guy's cool.
Sturgeon? She loves the sturgeon. Next question. No, I do not, Bruce. Gosh darn
What,
it.
is there a story behind that? Hold on, Chad. What's up with the sturgeon?
Just
Did you
for-
lose a run to a sturgeon?
You can always lose a run to a sturgeon. Yeah.
I love sturgeons. All right, who's your least favorite fish? It's obviously the sturgeon.
True.
Is there a story behind it though?
No.
You
Best fish
can't
is
catch a
sturgeon?
sturgeon? Oh, is this true?
I'm not great at catching a sturgeon, that's for sure. Oh, I need another. Do I have a daffodil over here? I need to go gift Emily.
If it makes you feel better, I have no problems catching a sturgeon at all ever.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I had to catch it for one of our runs, and I did.
Wow. You're very talented, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you. It was very easy for me. Also, I have a confession to make. It was very difficult,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't particularly care for sturgeons.
Yeah, no, sturgeon is not great.
I mean, what's your thoughts on catfish, though?
Catfish? Catfish are okay. I wouldn't say that I hate them in comparison to some other ones, but
Okay, which ones do you hate? Actually, what's like you said a long time ago, like a couple days ago, that mining is your worst thing, or
yeah.
like least favorite thing in the game. Is that still true?
Yes, because there's too many other things that I like more.
Okay. What about mining do you hate the most? And why
Dying.
is it Clint?
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, fair, it's also Clint. Not wrong. Also Clint. I just also hate
okay,
dying,
that's
so.
fair. Okay, I'll try and teach you all the moves that I know. I taught Blank. She's pretty good at mining now.
We're starting our enemy arc with Alex.
Ooh. He will remember that.
He
Stop
probably
that.
will.
Yuck. Is that what he said?
Yeah. Ooh, we got 2 crab pot items.
Oh.
Nice. Incredible.
How often do you do predictions in chat?
Pretty often. I do them during my speedruns. I've started doing them even more now.
Oh, wow.
For
okay.
like random events rather than PBs in case I don't PB because I don't like
Right,
that.
right.
Sometimes I don't like that
Yeah.
pressure.
It's kind of a little bit added, and it can be a
Yeah.
little much.
Impromptu fish tank bundle run right now? No.
I mean, you're kind of
We're kind of already doing it.
for it. Yeah.
Oh, I needed to go gift this. We need to befriend Emily a little bit so she'll send us what's it called? She'll send us fabric.
Well, why would you give her daffodil?
Because it's one of her liked items.
Did you say Leo?
No, Emily. That's true. She does like the mime stuff. 2 hours?
Sorry.
Hang on. I can barely hear you right now because Apple Bottom Beach is currently playing.
Oh, that's fine. Doesn't help. I'm probably talking quieter.
Give that booty a smack. She hit the floor. She hit the I think I'm gonna go.
Is it mine time?
It's not mine time.
Oh, we're doing some copper right now.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get
okay.
one bar of copper. You know,
see
gotta
what
kind
you
of at least do a little bit, and then I'll
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Maybe I might open up these geodes here
yeah. Okay.
next.
Yeah, I know stalling when I see it. You don't want to die,
No.
I knew it. You're stalling. I could tell. I could tell by the way you just went straight to bed at 9 p.m.
No, yeah, we're not going to the. It's good humor though. We're not going to the mines because
Oh, good humor. I guess it's a little lucky. You know what you do with luck in this game? A lot.
that's true.
Specifically,
I'm at
mining, you have
Joja
better
Mart with
chances
my
of finding the
Joja
water.
heart. Can I
Wait,
get
no,
a
what are you doing?
Joja Cola? Cause
Watering
she's
our
ready to
crops?
shop, cause she needs some crops.
got an
but she'll
ancient
only
fruit
come
seed,
here on Wednesdays.
so I gotta make
That's
sure to
true.
water that. And then okay, these two have to go to the community center, and then we have geodes, and I have a dwarf scroll number 1. This also has to go to the community center. Oh, you know what I might do? How much money is it for a coop? Is it 2,000?
Ooh, what a great question. I know someone in chat knows the answer, but I definitely know if you give me like 4 more seconds.
Chat.
4 grand.
4 grand?
4000.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Some wood and stone.
Okay.
Is it time to clay farm?
I think so. I think it might be time to clay farm. I might try and
this
get
is
a coop.
perfect. We can learn how to do it. Dude, you can do the count impression too.
Oh, so I can't use the new one because it doesn't work with clay.
Oh, that's fine.
I
So
have
you
to
do
use the old one.
So it's winter
Yeah.
root only?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
The
Gotcha.
pro gamers can confirm or deny that for me. We can do it. There's a chance.
I can hear that in my own voice. Thank you.
That's my favorite alert of yours. Cookie percentage. We did it.
I say 750. Oh, trash cookies. Nice. Maple seed. That's hype.
We planted it already.
That's efficiency right there.
True. This is about to be the slowest clay farming ever.
No. You can do it. I like that you brought the scroll to the beach.
I
You
am
can
because
read it.
I'm gonna go straight to the to the museum after this
Oh, okay.
and open up these geodes too.
Did you talk to Willie yet?
I have.
I see. Does your chat ever spam copium at you?
No.
Do you want to know how to make them do it?
Hit throw.
Whoa! Are you implying that people that have chats that spam copium throw?
Maybe just a little bit.
Hmm.
Might have to, you know.
Yeah, throwing's a pretty good way to do it. Why am I being added? I'm not even talking in chat.
Joe DJ. There you go.
Guys, please. It's not even bedtime yet. Can you teach me how to throw? No, I don't play baseball anymore. Whaley, do you know how to correct the clay farming if you don't get any clay on the tile?
No.
Um,
So like for that one, how would I do that?
let's see. I want to say it's like 4 left, 4 down or something like that. I think that's right.
But would that not mess up the pattern?
It does. You start a new one. That's okay. Just keep doing what you're doing. I don't want you to stall any
Okay.
longer. But basically, you just start over. That's your
Okay.
new like initial spot. or
Gotcha.
whatever.
Hey, what's up, Willie? Yeah, so like
What
that
up, Willie?
last one isn't giving me any
Yeah.
play.
So when you're doing the 4 at the top or whatever,
Yeah.
do another one.
So go 5?
Yeah. Isn't
Okay.
that cool? And then skip the one at the bottom.
So skip this one?
Wait. Oh shit! I'm way too behind. Um. Wait, no, I think I ruined it for you.
Okay, never mind. I just won't do it. Well, I'll just not listen to Joe here.
Do you know that feeling of like static in your head?
Yeah, you
when you're
got that right
tired?
now?
I kind of have that, yeah.
Okay. It's
I can't sleep good though.
Penny. That's our girl.
Oh my god, it's Penny! Did you tell her? Did you whisper in her ear that you married her in less than an hour?
Yeah. That's what I told her.
Why? That's weird.
I just went, "Psst, psst, 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 hey."
Oh. That's all you said?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Penny. How you doing?
Damn, we getting horrible geode luck. Alrighty. Let's
Yeah,
go.
did you know that Lee speedruns?
She's not a cat, Lee. Listen. Never psst, psst at women. Maybe that's probably why I don't get women. That's probably why. Alrighty.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh,
Wait, hold on, I think we have a new caller.
we got a new caller? Okay, we're
I think
listening.
so, yeah.
Mysterious caller
Wait.
number 2.
Hold on.
Oh, not me trying
Wait.
to upgrade my tools.
Did I do it? Oh, hold on one sec. Yeah, new caller on the line.
Oh, let's see. Wait, am I being called?
Sorry to tab you out.
Okay, there we go. I was wondering why I was still being called.
Yeah, it asked me if I wanted to call this group since it already existed, and I was like,
Oh.
okay, sure.
Okay. Fair.
Okay, we have a new caller on the air. We're having some phone patching issues. There they are.
Okay.
Hey,
got
new
it.
caller, how are you?
Hey, what's up, gamers?
Good morning.
Oh my god, wait, is that Sun?
No way.
Yes, hello.
Dude, wow. Dude, I can't believe I'm hanging with 2 of the 3 people who decided to assemble a Perfection Marathon Baton Pass style stream.
Whoa.
That is incredible. Sun, thank you so much for doing what you did.
Thank you for coming up with this idea, Joe. We haven't given you credit for this.
That is
just
true.
here.
Joe's our idea guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy that's too lazy to do anything.
And then we make it happen.
Yeah, I was like, hey guys, can I help you with anything? And they're like, nah. And I'm like, oh, thank God. It was close. So, Son, what's up?
I'm making pancakes.
Making pancakes. Making
Making
pancakes.
pancakes.
Well, what do you mean? It's
What?
bedtime.
You know, so true, bestie.
I'm serious. Okay, what kind of pancakes do you make? Actually, I have a really controversial question.
All right.
This is gonna get Lee canceled.
Oh, geez.
French toast, pancakes, or waffles?
I can't
You
have...
to choose one.
Okay. Go ahead, son. Sorry.
French toast.
I can't have French toast because it has cinnamon in it. So I am waffles.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like because it was French toast or something.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to put cinnamon in it.
Well, that's the main part of it.
You can do like sriracha or something instead.
Oh, you know what? True. But
You just sell those cookies?
I did sell those cookies.
Okay, well, French toast is obviously the superior breakfast choice. It has to be done right, though.
We do nutmeg in my family? I mean, fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of alternatives, like not cinnamon.
Controversial take. I don't like cinnamon.
Really?
Is it too spicy?
No, I just like it make me sneeze.
Yeah, after too many of those cinnamon challenges, I kind of don't like it anymore either. Wait, what do you mean it makes you sneeze? Like, are you allergic or are you just like sniffing it?
No, the desire at this point in the morning to say I just like cinnamon challenge every single morning is really high, but no, it's just I don't know what it is. I just don't like it.
We got
okay.
the dog! What should we name the dog, everybody?
Well, I thought we were a cat team.
No, we randomized it and it was dog.
What? Can you call him Cat?
Should I name
Yeah, can we name him Cat?
name him Cat or name? Well, we've got some other options.
Okay, what I'm hearing is you're not naming it Cat.
Well, we got
I
Cat,
don't know. Chat
and then it
kinda likes
says Achu, and then we got Habobo.
Oh, that's a good one,
Cookies?
too. We don't wanna
Cat.
play favorites,
Do we just
though.
name it Cat though? Cat for the cat lovers? Yes. Okay, sure.
Oh, there's a dog in there.
We'll name it Cat. How about
Smooch?
unnecessary for the run? Stop.
Dang.
True. Well, Cat, you be a good pooch. Okay. Oh no.
Oh no, Marnie doesn't know how to identify animals.
No.
Poor Marnie. Did you guys ever realize that Marnie rhymes with Barney?
And I did now.
I didn't associate it, but yes.
I didn't even think about the dinosaur. I just thought about the barn aspect.
We're at how much?
Oh.
Wait a minute. Did you not water a certain crop?
I did. It's right there.
I can't see.
It's where my finger is.
Oh, that's the top of the green bean thing. I'm so silly. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, I left the space there, so I knew that I wouldn't have to do that. Okay, I can sell those. I'll give that one to Emily.
Have I distracted you enough yet?
If you feel like it.
Look, I
I
have
don't
an
know.
ulterior motive for hanging out. I'm just trying to make you guys get distracted so I have something to do at the end.
So yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah. And you guys are alright to hang out with.
True. Thanks. Jojo.
Wait, actually, what cereal? What's your go-to?
Go-to cereal?
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I ate cereal.
I kind of don't eat it either anymore.
Not really.
But if you had
anymore.
to choose one.
Maybe a Fruit Loops.
Interesting.
I loved I absolutely loved Cinnamon Toast Crunch until I found out I was allergic to cinnamon.
Oh, that's brutal. That's like me and lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's for sure.
So wait, did you have allergic reactions to Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Because that would confirm they actually use like real cinnamon, right?
I have no idea. I just know that I get a headache when I have cinnamon. I don't have like a full allergic reaction to it. But I know that I just get a big old headache.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Kix, though?
Kix? Oh, I love Kix.
Kix are good, right? They're like generic, but good.
Yeah.
They're like the Uggs of
shoot.
cereal.
Yeah. True. I like
Corn
Kix.
Pops.
What?
Corn Pops.
Is that with the frog guy?
No, I think
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, the frog guy is not Corn Pops. It is
Oh, Pops. I thought I heard Puffs.
Puffs. Yeah, Puffs is the frog guy.
Those are good.
Yes, that was my like childhood cereal.
Fair.
I know I would always get that at the grandma's house.
Okay, I gotta ask more Stardew related things. In the Stardew Perfection run,
Mm-hmm.
what is your guys' least favorite thing to do?
That's a question for Jess. So you already know mine.
That is true.
Other than like money grinding.
I would
don't mind the
probably
money.
have to say like combat in the mines and stuff because I'm just shit
Really?
I'm shit at the mines. I'm so bad.
Okay, I actually probably should run you guys through. It's really easy.
Finding every artifact and mineral is gonna be tough.
Yeah, that one's kind of brutal.
That might be you, Joe.
What?
You're gonna hope.
Have fun.
I'm busy in 41 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna conveniently not show up.
Conveniently just sleep through your time.
Yeah, I'll be really nice and cozy.
Leave Sun with the monster eradication. Sun is in like a couple hours.
Good fucking luck.
No, we're leaving Simon Says for Joe, and we're leaving monster eradication. Those are the two that we're specifically leaving for Joe.
I was gonna ask who's gonna do that, but then I figured I shouldn't ask it in case you guys didn't think of it.
No,
in
it'll
case
probably
you guys
be
are like,
Piano.
"Hmm." Okay.
Let's be real, it'll probably
thank
be
God.
Piano.
I hope he does it. Piano, if you're listening, please.
I was told that Piano
I
is
gotta
like
finish.
really good at it.
He's
So
like really wicked good at it.
He's cracked at it.
yeah,
Dude, it's not that I don't want to do stuff. I just don't want to do that. That's horrible.
I'm just
I wouldn't wish
supposed.
that on anybody.
Yes, Lee Chat, you were just supposed to play Junimo Kart. Yes.
Correct, for 2 hours.
Gamers, I gotta finish making some breakfast, but I do know that there is another caller who's interested in joining.
Can
Okay.
you type the name?
Yeah.
I need to
will
see the
type
name really
to
quick.
you.
Thank you. Oh, this is just purely for bureaucratic reasons. Enjoy your breakfast.
Alrighty. Good luck, Lee.
Thank ya.
Have fun. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna have to make you tab out again.
Okay.
I think.
That's okay.
Good luck.
Alrighty.
That's fast. Hold on. I gotta do some hacker man.
You can do that.
Okay, already done.
We have enough for a coop.
Oh my god, dude, chickens in the chat. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
While you are on the air, you're hanging with Lee during perfection hour, late at night, aka early morning. What's on your mind?
Who's here?
A quiet terp.
Oh, okay, there we go. I couldn't tell who that voice was at first.
Herp, is there a reason you're whispering?
Yeah, Madeline's asleep.
Oh yeah, because it's
Put her on.
4 a.m. where you are.
Put her
Um,
no, yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going pretty good.
I guess it's good. I'm trying to troll. I'm not doing a good job.
Do y'all know how much wood and stone I need for a coop?
Yeah, I got you. You need 300 wood and then 100 stone.
Okay.
Okay, Terp.
Yeah.
What do you think of perfection?
I think that's a really it's a broad question. I'm gonna have to say
Terp
I think it's
hates
pretty
it.
bog.
Oh.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Thank you.
Hold on, I'm short-circuiting.
Uh-oh.
Are we collecting wood right now?
We are.
Ooh. Wait, did you water today?
I did water today already, don't worry.
Okay, good. I was worried about the little plants.
Yeah, we're okay. Our
Ooh, good question, Devin.
our ancient fruit seed is still okay.
Okay.
That is everybody's responsibility, is the ancient fruit seed. And keeping the
Sure.
dog alive.
We got a wonderful question from Anonymous. What are your thoughts on wood? Yeah, I agree. I think that, I mean, like, I can't even copy what you said. It's just so in depth.
True.
Good words. Inspiring, really.
Yeah.
Are we going to the mines?
We are going to the mines.
Oh, okay.
But I'm only
so here's
going
what
down.
we're gonna do.
We're only going down
Wait.
level 1. Terp fell
Okay, we-
asleep already.
No, sorry.
No.
I had to.
Oh, good morning.
Hey, what's up, guys? I switched to my computer.
Oh, there
I was
you
on
go.
my-
Okay. Oh.
So,
Well,
what was
we
the
had a very intricate question. You cut out as I asked because Anonymous in chat asked, "What are your thoughts on wood?"
Oh, my thoughts on wood. Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I've been thinking about this question for quite a long time.
So it's one that creeps on you, I know.
Yeah, it is. I think that wood is pretty bog.
Oh, sick.
Okay, there you have it. Why are you doing big rock?
Because I only need 100 pieces of stone.
Oh, you're trying to make the coop. Sorry, I just
I
think that
am
we're
trying
trying
to-
to go for speed.
No. We need 3 more rocks.
I feel like if she was trying to go for speed, she wouldn't be at level 1.
True.
That's true.
I would
and
be
she'd
back.
probably have a speedrun timer.
That's true.
Where's the timer? Can you split?
Yeah.
Like IRL? No, I've never been able to.
I can't split. The most that I can do is put my.
Believe it or not, I can almost split.
Wow.
Really? That's you guys are flexible?
No.
Somewhat.
Are we talking about live splits?
No.
No.
I see.
It's just a gift, you know?
Here we go. We get in a
I-
coop.
I'm not
Oh my
particularly
god.
flexible.
Chickens. Me either. Only about the runs that I can throw.
True.
Oh, Terp, did you want to join in on our competitive spirit of marrying people really fast?
Yeah, like Alex.
Ooh.
No, he got blacklisted. Anybody else?
Yee.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay,
give it a go.
because Lee is very, very much rubbing it in my face that she married Penny in like, what was it, 58 minutes?
58-16.
58-16.
That's pog as frick.
Yeah. How did you and Penny meet? What was the story?
You know what? I met her in the middle of summertime while I was buying my crops.
Oh,
She
wow.
was passing by to go stand by the river.
Mhm.
Up by the little
Was it
bridge
raining?
on the river. It was not raining. It was the first day of summer, so
Oh,
no.
that's romantic.
Yeah.
It was pretty romantic, if I do say so myself.
Did you give her anything?
I didn't.
Oh.
That was first meet. So we just
Oh,
talked to
okay,
her on that day. And
Fair,
then,
fair.
so then after that, I found out what she liked. She really loves poppies is what I found out.
Mm,
Everybody else in the entirety of the town hates poppies. They can't
right,
stand them.
that's
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Penny, she loves poppies. So
Are you sure it's not the spangled ones?
yes, I'm sure it's not the spangled ones.
Okay, what
Because
about reports
Caroline likes
of
those.
somebody fitting your physical description, looking in through her windows, holding Poppy above your head? Is that
Ooh,
is
instead
there
of a
any
loot
merit to
box,
that?
That's romantic.
That's a good strategy, right? Just like,
I mean, it did work in the end, so
True.
Right.
Just like as you would hold like a boombox outside their window, if you hold a poppy outside of Penny's window, instantly she'll fall in love with you. That's just how it works. Do it quite a few times and you're good to go.
Okay, well, that's nice. I will write that down.
Yeah.
Are you and
take
Penny
notes.
still married?
Uh-oh.
Sounds
like a bit of hesitation there.
Yeah, just a little hesitation.
You guys are.
I mean,
on the rocks?
I haven't married anybody else since then, so I would say yes, we are still married.
So you're saying there's a chance for Alex?
No.
So what I'm hearing is that if I get some poppies, I have a chance.
I think so.
Or even some melons?
Nice. Okay, cool. That's all the questions I have about that.
Okay, good.
I actually heard that diamond is the best gift. Going into the mines to grab
Oh.
diamonds. Is that true?
That's very true. You need a backpack, I've heard as well.
Oh, backpack, yeah.
You probably
Yeah, it's
should.
very crucial.
Yeah.
Someone is going to marry Alex a troll. I love the smell of divorce in the morning. All right, Lee Chat. Goodness gracious, not the smell of divorce in the morning.
What does that smell like? Like mint?
Yeah, maybe? Oh, it's
For
bad luck.
divorce?
I
I
couldn't
thought
tell you.
copium smelled like mint.
That's true as well.
Oh my, look at those potatoes. Wow.
I know, we gotta sell a lot of them. Ooh, because we gotta buy strawberries
Oh, yeah. True.
tomorrow.
'Tis the day.
I need to sell all but one, so hang on.
What is the seize the day thing? Is it Carpe Diem?
Yes.
I think it's Livin' La Vida Loca, actually.
That's a good one.
Mm.
Smells like Krobus is raising the kids now.
Can you
Oh,
make me a
no.
mod for like 4 seconds? I have to delete something. There, I see slander and I can't stand for it.
Uh,
Oh, is it Lee Chat?
I'm not gonna give attention to it.
Oh, good, good call.
Fair. Hang on.
Here, I
Wait.
got you. I got you.
Thank you.
There we go.
There.
Rumsel.
I'm about it for the meme.
Hold on, I have to remove the evidence really quick.
Okay.
Did it work?
Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, let's see what we got here. And we could buy an octopus. But we don't need that. A rabbit's foot. No, we'll have so
We
many
have a
rabbits
repeat
foot.
offender in the chat. Joe, do you mind taking care of that?
Oh gosh.
All right, I'm busy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was making a prediction.
Will Lee go to
I just
the
wanna let
mines?
You know that you gotta repeat offender as well.
Oh. Ooh.
Wait, a repeat offender?
Shit, he will actually ban me.
Oh, I don't abuse my power like that. You're safe.
Oh, I should check and see if there's any, what's it called? Any of the little doohickeys.
Good
Yeah,
old
if somebody could
forageables.
vote no, like that would be cool because I just went all in on yes. So
I can't insider trade. It won't let me. I tried.
thank you. I'll go. Thank you. I'll go. I mean, somebody random who clicked no. I did not look at the prediction.
Also, Lee, I thought you were starting in like 30 minutes from now, by the way, not 3 hours ago, 2
Oh.
hours ago.
Yeah, no, I'll be ending in like 15.
Yeah, so it's called time conversion, Joe.
Yeah.
I tried to math it and it didn't work.
Yeah.
I couldn't find October on my
We
calendar.
are PST, which means Pacific Standard Time, but it's actually
Oh.
daylight saving, so it's actually PDST.
What?
Right.
I was this year's old, and I didn't know that's what the D was for.
Do you need to do that?
Why are you laughing?
No reason.
Lee, can you sing "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" by Pat Benatar before
Yeah.
you pass? Oh, cool, thanks.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, I need some backup tunes then.
I'm not really good a cappella, sorry.
No, hang on. Got it.
Lee, you're running into the door.
I got it. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Gotta turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll get my cue in a second. We're coming in at the chorus.
Why did I think this was Jesse's girl?
It's not Jesse's girl.
Yeah,
If
but
it's
Hit me
Pat,
with your
song,
best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Fire away.
I think
There
my
you go.
favorite thing about this is that you're your own backup singer.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching your stream.
Oh, good. I'm
It's
so
pretty sick.
glad.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
a free
that's
backup
smart.
singer there. Yeah,
you good thinking.
thank you.
We also need to be selling like one of each item, don't we?
Yeah.
I'll work on
ideally.
that. Yeah.
Which is why
Oh
I
my,
think
thank
it
you
was
so
a
much.
great choice to pick the forest farm because we need 3 morels. And you can't just find those.
Oh, that's
willy-nilly.
true.
That is entirely true. I messed up a run that way,
I
actually.
forgot about that.
Same. Never again. Now I
Do I
save
need
to-
all of my morels.
How do you pronounce it? Is it morel or moral?
It's just think about like, oh, I don't have any morals. And
But I
then
d-
that's what you got. You know what I mean?
Can I give this to
But
her?
there's no A in it.
Damn.
Right, well.
Is it a French
English.
word?
Lee
Can you guys-
chat.
Can you guys roll your R's?
Spaghetti. Can I roll my R's? How's that for you?
He responded, you can fill out my Excel too. Who's this? Oh, it's my dog. I thought someone...
Cat.
Music is very loud. Okay, hang on. Don't worry. I'm turning it down now. I looked over here and I thought someone was naked on my farm. I thought it was Alex. I was like, how the hell did he end up on my farm? Gosh darn it.
We are marrying Alex.
Surprise. It's him working out in the middle of the forest.
Like, oh, sorry, I thought this was my room.
I thought I had already broken the file.
I'm a silly guy.
That would be so sad. True.
Classic cat.
Alrighty, let's go to the what's it called tomorrow? The festival.
You guys watch Flubber?
Yes, that was my favorite movie growing up.
No.
Wait, really?
Is that the one where they kill Willie?
Not quite.
Or
You
Free
know, like-
Willy. Sorry, Free Willy.
That
No,
Free
that's the
Willy's
movie called
different.
Free
Yeah.
Willy.
No.
Yeah,
A little different.
A little confused.
Well, because Flubber is like a whale, right?
No.
Yeah.
Blubber.
Flubber.
Yeah, you're thinking of Blubber, not Flubber. Flubber is like, it's like Gumby, but not quite. It's green.
Blubber. I thought you said blubber.
No, I don't enunciate that well when I'm tired.
Oh,
so
are you talking
my
about
bad.
the mask?
Kind of, but no.
Yeah, it's like the mask, but you don't wear it.
And it's like a little green blob.
Yeah, it's like a Furby without any of its skin.
Oh, that's really gross. No, I have not seen
Yeah.
that. Thank God.
No, it's cool because Robin Williams is in it.
It's really good. I
Yeah.
loved Flubber. I just liked all of them dancing.
That too. That was wild.
When you say like green slime, is it like the Nickelodeon kind of slime?
Kind of. It's like,
that
have you
you'd
seen
want as a kid to
have you
be
seen
all over you?
Ghostbusters
What?
from like 1987, the old one?
No.
Remember the
Yes.
green ghost thing?
No.
Well, it's like that, but
Sorry,
not quite.
you were talking about Ghostbusters, and all I can remember is the song from Vine.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
the one that goes, "I'm an adult virgin."
Yep.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
What?
I'm an adult virgin. Yep. Every
It's a
time
good
I
one.
hear
I
Ghostbusters,
unfortunately have
like,
never heard
Have we
it.
completed any bundles, gamers?
Yes, we have
bundles?
the
You've
bundle of
completed a bundle?
friendship.
Yee.
Wow.
Well,
That's not gonna get us perfect. Well, it is actually.
I have completed. We're almost there at the spring crops. I've started us off on a good. I also started us on a good foot with the other ones,
Nice.
but I haven't. We got the spring crops,
Well, we can do that one really fast. The construction bundle.
and we're working on this one too.
It's really
Oh,
easy.
You know, I think you actually might need to go to the mines again.
Yeah.
Do I?
That's if you
Yeah.
you
I
can
need-
get hardwood in there.
I need to go. I really need to go to the festival.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
Oh,
I
for
kind of
strawberries?
I kind of need to beat Abigail in the festival here.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
true. She beat me
Even the
once and then
bits.
never again. Are you the
Even
same
I
way?
would say even like pick up the egg and throw it at her. You know what I mean?
Oh, that
Make it
might
a
be a
little
good
spicy
idea.
this year.
Yeah. We should
Oh, I
get
thought you guys
spicy
liked
with her.
Abigail. What is this?
I mean, we
doesn't
do.
No, that means you do like her though. It's Kinder 101.
But I
True.
haven't been in kindergarten in like 26 years.
I've been in it every day this year
Damn.
Why?
because I work there.
Terp has just been stuck in kindergarten.
I've been
Oh,
stuck. In
She hasn't left.
okay. I just
Nope.
it's sometimes it's hard for some of us,
Yeah. That's why you can't ask me any question that's academic because I'm in kindergarten, so I don't know.
Where's Egypt?
Good question. Do you mean Europe by chance?
No.
Exactly.
What's so funny?
Jake's message. Type 1 in chat if you're an adult virgin that doesn't hate women. Alrighty, let's buy some strawberries.
I love strawberries. I can't even.
Go.
Oh, there it is.
I should have bought a flamingo. Damn it.
Hold on, I have to type one.
Priorities.
Alrighty, this is where I talk to everybody. Except for, I forgot Pierre. Wait, no, I can still talk to Pierre on this one, can't I?
You can? What do? Just position yourself next to Shane?
No, I gotta go around the back way.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, are you talking to everybody? Oh, talk to everybody percent? Oh, this is
Yeah.
a world record right here.
I think so, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, really.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Wait. Did you talk to Willie?
I have talked to him already. I got
Wait,
my
can you
fishing
take a
rod.
screenshot? With the little, like, egg thing? The rabbit?
Oh, yeah.
And then we could be like, chat, smile, and then they all smile.
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta figure out who I haven't talked to yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I've talked to Jody yet. Who else haven't I talked to?
Did you talk to
Oh,
Abigail?
Alex. And
Oh, of
Clint.
Dude, I forgot about him
That's
already.
unbelievable. He streaks on your farm and you don't even talk to him?
I know.
Yeah, he watches you from the trees. Come on, man.
Yikes.
True. Can I check the trash cans while in here? No, darn.
I was actually going to ask if you could. Rats, they're closed off.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you get back here? I got my ways, don't worry.
Man, I love Pierre. I love how he steals your stuff
True.
and then sells
Oh, I
it and
forgot.
claims credit as his
Alrighty.
own.
Everybody get ready.
This... Oh, yeah,
Oh my
let's
god,
get
big
ready.
smiles, guys. Big smiles. Cheese. Remember to
How's
smile.
that?
Oh,
Smile.
that's perfect. That's like my
How's
first grade
that?
picture. Cheese.
Oh, that's really sad.
Alright, let's see if I remember the pattern.
Okay.
First hat.
What's your record?
I think it's like 13.
13? Wait,
I
that your
think so.
record's 13?
Yeah.
What do you have to do to beat her? I forgot. I thought it was 13.
No, it's like 9.
Wait, really? Oh.
Yeah.
How many eggs are there in total?
Like, I think the most that you can get is like, I couldn't tell you how many.
Who knows? Who?
One
in Lee's
egg.
chat. Not to be confused with Lee chat, but in Lee's chat.
What, who, Lee Chat?
How many-
She's
no,
making
right
food
here.
or something.
How many eggs are there in the egg hunt? 22 or 23? Marcelli says. I think you should get that amount.
Okay, I'll do it.
If
Alright.
you don't get 20, can you reset?
Yeah,
No.
I agree.
That's
I don't know if you're being a
why
team
not?
player here, Lee.
Yeah, I think we're all in
Oh,
this together,
sorry.
like that one
Yeah.
song.
I think 20 other streamers would say, wow, how rude.
I wouldn't
know.
say wow. I would just be like, incredible.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. That was good tech right there. You guys didn't see it, but you moused
that
perfectly
was-
and did not interact with the tombstone. That was some great time save.
I agree.
Got
was
it.
a
I think it
little
was
spin.
14.
I think it was a little spin, yeah.
That was 14. Wow. 1-4 on.
Pretty sure it was
Uh,
13, but I love that
on the
we're
final
thinking
score.
higher. I'm loving the positivity.
I'm pretty sure it was 14. I'm like 5%
Pretty sure-
positive.
I
yeah,
didn't get
pretty sure, like,
18 eggs reset now.
10%.
Damn.
Yeah, kind of have to.
We got a
Yeah.
straw hat. Damn, we about to be
Hooray.
stunting on everybody.
But did you buy strawberries?
I did. I bought 30
Okay. Why?
because we need money.
Yeah.
That's well. What
That's a
you got
good
to think
strat.
about food variety.
I mean that too.
I like strawberries, but where's the protein?
This is some CC strat right here.
Oh, is it? That's what you do for CC?
Yeah, minus the sprinklers, but
Right.
I like this layout.
What's your time, Terp?
305.
Whoa.
Yeah, sub 3 keeps eluding me.
It's coming though.
It's okay. You'll get
Sub
it one
3 is
day.
coming.
It
Don't
is,
worry.
thank
I'll
you.
I'll do it once and motivate you.
Okay, yeah. Oh, just do sub 3 first. try.
Hab is giving himself the goal of finishing CC. Good for him.
Ooh. I'd
Couldn't
like to
be
see
me.
it.
Ooh,
Hey,
that's-
Lee,
that's
could you go to the mines? You have 3 minutes. I'm not
Yeah,
looking
can
at the
you- yeah,
clock, I
please.
swear.
Yeah, can
Okay.
you go to the mines?
Wait, hang on. Let me
Yep.
put my hat on.
Perfect.
We gotta look even cooler
Nice.
in our
I
cute.
think
Dang,
you just
fella,
need a
you
little
look like
more,
a cowboy.
Stone.
My Jersey
I
accent was
wanna
pretty
be a
good.
cowboy, baby. That's
song is
another
that?
vine.
Oh.
Another vine. Whoa,
What is the term collusion?
Oh, it's when you get like an alley on yourself.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Queen
yeah,
of
no, that's fair.
sauce.
Yeah, you hurt-
Coleslaw.
if you hurt yourself and it's like coming
Uh-huh.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insider trading? Well, how else are you gonna trade? It's probably like windy or cold out.
True.
The mines. Oh, perfect day for the mines.
I like that you're gonna go down to the cart.
I am gonna go down to the cart.
It's a good call.
Yeah. Did you have lots of money for it?
No.
Oh, that's so sad to hear.
We spent them all on strawberries. Find a
Dude, I hate-
truffle, please? No.
No, please don't
I-
find a truffle because you will not afford it.
I already passed up a
Oh, please be a sturgeon.
no. I already
sturgeon.
passed up a what
Yeah.
is it called? A
Well, these are
a rabbit's
expensive.
foot.
Oh wow.
Did we
How's a
check the
rabbit's
TV?
foot?
Yes, I got the coleslaw. Don't worry.
So I'm pretty sure the luck was good,
Yeah.
It was perfect for the
and
mines.
I kind of think that your setup is ideal for the mines. So
If you remember, I think we also wanted to befriend Emily so that we can get some
Mhm.
cloth.
That's a
So I
really good
think
throwback.
I
Get
might
some what?
go to get some cloth.
Yeah.
Oh, cloth. Yeah, I thought
This
you
is
said white
very
claw,
ideal.
and I was like, it's 4 a.m. No, it's 5
Dude,
a.m.
it's 5:43 in the morning. I think it's a
OMG,
little too
passing up a
late.
rabbit's foot? It was 1,650 gold. That's why. And we're gonna have a bunch of them later on, so I think we'll be okay.
That's true.
Who did that? I know. I heard the little alert sound.
Wow. When did you start stream, by the way? Are we actually doing like 2-hour hard caps or?
Yeah, hard cap.
Okay, so what do you do like when you're in the middle of a day? I didn't even think about that.
Probably just
All right,
finish.
who's a mod? I need that money now.
Am I a mod still?
Yes, you are a mod still.
The answer is yes.
I haven't gone through and
Um,
changed it yet.
Oh my god. Guys. Lee went to the mines.
Let's go.
Wait, did I do that right?
Yes, you did. 'cause I
Just
got
5
Okay.
floors.
1,000.
Yeah.
I should have brought in Sally. She would have told me how to do it.
Damn, we going fast.
And that's called
Yay.
commentary.
Let's see. Are
Okay,
we gonna
we're
get
on
a club?
424 here. Terp, I never remember the crate. Could you help us out?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, wait, she got it, right?
It's Sunday it's Sunday the 14th.
Oh my god,
so-
she's got it. Perfect. Okay.
I think so.
All you have to
I
do
think
is
we
get the club
definitely
here.
have a
It
club.
should be in the crate.
I think it's there. I think we
put
got
in
it.
the numbers.
Hold on,
It-
hold on.
I think
don't
it's
know if
here.
Put 'em
working,
in.
but it,
They're
They're
Not-
in
it's a
there.
source for it.
Yep.
It's a source
Check
for
it. You ready?
Oh shit.
Wait. Why did we not get it?
We got a
What
we
patch
got
are
a
we
topaz
on?
though.
Oh, I did it on 1.4. Dang it.
Yep, that's why.
I just can't count.
Yeah.
True.
Do you guys like Zubat?
No.
Why not?
Hot take, I think Crobat is hotter.
Hey, he grows up to be that guy though.
Yeah, but I'd
Wait,
rather
you say
catch
hotter?
It. No. Did you just say hotter?
Wait,
Huh?
it's 25. Are you gonna keep going?
No.
Okay.
I will leave that for Soul.
How much time do you have left?
Like we're just about done.
Okay. Wow, Lee, thanks for inspiring this really cool perfection run. Guys, could you give Lee a round of applause for starting off this cool perfection marathon baton pass idea? That's really cool of you.
And if you're
Wow.
watching this right now and you're not following, that's a shame. You should follow.
Follow your cringe.
20-something loser. Right now. Hit
Is
that bell.
is Soul already
Hit
live?
notifications to make sure you know when she's live.
Lee, thanks so much for having me on. I'm actually out of time.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to go join chat. Thanks so much for having
I
me.
think so. Thank you all
Terp,
so
it's a
much for hanging
pleasure.
out.
I will catch you guys later. Thanks for letting me run my mouth for way too long. Okay, guys,
Of
have a
course.
wonderful night. I'll see you guys in 40 hours.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Bye.
Good night and good luck.
Bye, y'alls.
All right, Lee. Now that Joe's gone, tell me what you really think about him.
Oh, now that Joe is gone, let's see.
Yeah.
I think Joe has been doing real good with his marriage runs, but don't tell him that.
You know what? I think I would completely agree. So your secret's safe with me.
Yeah. We need to check on this little spreadsheet here. So I gotta do that real fast.
All right.
Because
well,
there's a
it's been
bunch of
pleasure.
items. So I will see you
Bye-bye.
soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, pals. I gotta update this spreadsheet here. And then we'll go from there. We got a clam. We got clay. I sold a piece of coal. I sold a piece of copper ore. Tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, check out, it's tricky. Alrighty. Did we get the confirmation that Soul is already live? Because we'll head over there pretty soon. Because I will do that. We got the first 2 hours completed here. Let me get my save file going. It's tricky. Tricky, 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 tricky. Alrighty, here we go. Let me upload this file. You just got weezered. Alrighty. Hang on, let me do this. It's uploaded. We should be good. We should be good here. We'll head off in a couple of seconds here. Drew, thank you for the 69 bits. Thank you all so much for all the subs and everything here. Thank you for being here so early, everyone. I truly appreciate it. We were just setting a good foundation. Support everybody that's a part of this. Seriously. It's going to be lots and lots of fun out here. We truly, it was a really, really, really great time out here. I'm trying to update anything else that we had. I got a couple of extra fish too. I caught white algae, caught a wood skip. I caught a sunfish. I caught a stonefish. What other fish did I catch? Smallmouth. I caught a shad. We did not catch seaweed. I caught a ghost fish already. I'm just trying to like update the rest of this document here. And then we'll head on over. We did quite a bit. We did quite a bit. Alrighty, pals. Let me open up Soul Stream, because I haven't done it yet. And then we will be heading on over here. Alrighty. Here's your little raid message. For everyone. We need the little, where's the party hat? Where's the party at? Hold up. Here it is. Found it, finally. Here's our little raid thing. Copy and paste that, and we are heading on over. Again, thank y'all all so much for hanging out with me here early morning. I truly appreciate it. Go and show the love over to Soul Hunter. Soul Hunter is LeChat's husband as well. I will catch you all in the near future. Have the most wonderful time hanging out there. See ya! Bye.